Johan Norberg, The Capitalist Manifesto, Why the Global Free Market Will Save the World. Dive into the eye-opening world of The Capitalist Manifesto by Johan Norberg, where the dominant narrative about capitalism as a contributor to global decline is decisively challenged. This book reveals how, since the 1990s, economic liberalization has led to unprecedented progress in poverty alleviation, education, and health worldwide. With clear insights into how globalization and automation reshape economies, Norberg makes the case for capitalism as a catalyst for innovation and societal advancement. Learn how economic freedom, bolstered by technological progress, has transformed economies, fostering higher GDPs and improved life expectancies. Whether examining the complexities of wealth concentration or the controversial role of tech giants, this summary breaks down the intricate dynamics of modern economies, offering a compelling look at how capitalism can be harnessed as a force for global good.
Global Progress Unleashed. Imagine a world where poverty significantly declines, health and education reach new heights, and living standards continually improve. Since the 1990s, this promising scenario has materialized, contradicting dire predictions often associated with capitalism. Economic liberalization across the globe has played a crucial role in this transformation. By 2015, extreme poverty rates had plummeted from 38% to approximately 10%, a change not solely driven by major economies like China, but evident across regions such as East Asia, South Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East. These regions have surpassed even the prosperous times of post-war Western Europe. Technological advancements have further fueled progress by enhancing health and education. Increased accessibility and affordability have contributed to significant reductions in child and maternal mortality rates, alongside rising global life expectancy. Throughout history, open economies have demonstrated their ability to foster growth, as seen in Botswana and Mauritius, where economic liberalism has led to substantial development. Countries with freer markets report higher GDP per capita and longer life expectancies, enabling rapid technological advancement across global supply chains. Nevertheless, the journey is not without pitfalls. Populist movements in places like Venezuela and South Africa warn of the consequences of economic mismanagement. These examples emphasize the importance of balanced governance to uphold the gains achieved through economic freedom. This re-examination of capitalism since the 1990s reveals its role in elevating billions out of poverty and improving living standards worldwide, challenging the often pessimistic narrative and delivering a hopeful message founded on real-world successes. Transforming economies. In today's rapidly evolving workforce, globalization and automation are reshaping Western economies and beyond. By driving an 87% reduction in traditional manufacturing jobs, automation hasn't eliminated employment but has revolutionized it. Manufacturing continues to thrive with higher productivity, requiring fewer human workers due to automated systems. This shift sees a rise in service sector jobs, reflecting how labor patterns adjust alongside technological advancements. Interestingly, as manufacturing efficiency soars, consumer habits lean towards service-based spending rather than goods, indicating new consumption trends. Despite prevailing assumptions, job satisfaction and labor mobility have increased in the United States over recent decades. People aren't static in low-paying jobs as often perceived, many transition to higher-paying roles, revealing economic growth rather than stagnation. Globalization's impact is multifaceted, generating not just job displacement but also valuable employment opportunities with better wages. Technological innovations, spurred by international competition, especially from countries like China, have diversified job prospects in Western economies. Crucially, globalization has benefited consumers by making goods cheaper, especially aiding low- and middle-income households. Overall, the narrative that globalization and automation solely cause job loss and economic instability doesn't fully capture the broader picture. Instead, these forces have brought about a robust transformation, enhancing employment quality and enriching consumer advantages. The shift from manufacturing to service-centric employment, alongside increased satisfaction and job mobility, highlights the adaptive and dynamic nature of modern economies squarely facing global and technological trials. The wealth catalyst. The modern narrative often takes aim at the so-called 1%, attributing societal inequality to their amassed fortunes. However, it's essential to shift the perspective and examine the roots of their affluence. This wealth concentration is not merely a flaw of capitalism but a reflection of innovation and entrepreneurship, a force that propels society forward. At the heart of capitalism lies an inherent disparity in wealth distribution, yet it's critical to understand that this doesn't inherently harm society. Entrepreneurs, often overlooked, are instrumental in this dynamic. Their role transcends mere wealth accumulation. They orchestrate resources, embrace risks, and drive innovation, reshaping entire communities and industries. The wealth they retain is just a fraction of the substantial value they create for society. By expanding the economic pie, these entrepreneurs enhance consumer power and spur technological progress. Critics like Thomas Piketty miss the mark by focusing solely on wealth concentration, neglecting the vital entrepreneurial impact that elevates societal standards. Over time, many luxuries once reserved for the super-rich have become commonplace, thanks to these entrepreneurial leaders. Nonetheless, there's a darker side to capitalism, cronyism, where unholy alliances between business and politics distort markets. Reform is necessary to transition capitalism to a genuine profit and loss system, free from government bailouts and subsidies that sustain inefficient, zombie companies. Acknowledging these challenges is crucial, but genuine innovation and risk-taking need encouragement. When wealth stems from true entrepreneurship and creative endeavors, it is defensible and essential for societal progress. Instead of vilifying wealth, efforts should focus on nurturing environments that reward innovation, ultimately leading to widespread societal benefits. Giants of innovation. Are large corporations stifling the marketplace, or are they powerful engines of progress and choice? While some see them as monopolistic, these giants often lead innovation, offering consumers lower prices and higher wages. Take for instance companies like IKEA and Walmart, whose streamlined production methods allow them to provide affordable products. Although national market concentration seems to be on the rise, locally and regionally, there's actually more robust competition, resulting in greater consumer choices. Tech giants such as Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Apple illustrate this perfectly. They initially transformed the market with breakthrough services, but their paths are fraught with both triumphs and setbacks, highlighting the unending race of innovation. Their dominance stems not from mere size, but from their relentless push to improve their offerings continually. Regulation adds another layer to this complex picture. Paradoxically, rules meant to check big companies sometimes bolster them by raising entry barriers for startups, leading to increased concentration in certain industries. Meanwhile, data's misunderstood role in this ecosystem marks another area of concern. Like sand, data is plentiful and only becomes valuable through intensive refinement and analysis, requiring considerable innovation and investment. Despite facing criticism on issues of privacy and content moderation, tech platforms have revolutionized global communication and information sharing, proving that their power is not unassailable. The tech landscape is always shifting, with emerging technologies and niche platforms continuously challenging established entities. Thus, the idea that large tech companies command unchallenged monopolies fails to capture the ever-shifting dynamics of the market. History teaches us that no company remains secure indefinitely. Adaptability and innovation reign supreme in the ongoing competition of capitalism. Smart growth solutions. Facing the challenges of climate change, rising temperatures, sea levels, and extreme weather, the concept of degrowth initially appears promising. Yet, as the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated, simply cutting back on travel and production only slightly reduces carbon emissions while heavily impacting economies. This suggests that rather than halting progress, we should redirect it toward sustainable growth. Over the years, as climate change threats become clearer, significant progress has been made in lowering environmental degradation. Developed nations have used their economic growth to reduce natural resource consumption relative to GDP, which extends beyond resource use. Notable achievements include eliminating harmful substances, cutting pollutants, and advancing reforestation efforts. Economic prosperity plays a critical role in these changes, shifting preferences toward environmental protection and encouraging investments in green technologies. For instance, wealthier countries have adopted efficient plastic waste management, significantly decreasing pollution in contrast to less affluent nations. The strengths of capitalist economies, characterized by competition and innovation, are vital in enhancing resource efficiency in developing green technologies. Market-driven solutions, like carbon taxes, propel emission reductions and sustainable alternatives. Addressing the climate crisis demands a broad strategy, where technological advances are already lessening energy intensity in economies, and renewable sources, like solar power, are becoming more affordable. Global trade is essential in spreading green technology to developing countries, providing them with vital solutions. However, focusing too much on immediate green actions can be counterproductive. Limiting the extraction and processing of critical materials for green technologies, such as lithium and copper, might hinder long-term goals. A balanced approach is necessary, one that supports essential advancements for a sustainable future while managing current impacts. The path to a sustainable future lies not in reduction but smart growth, leveraging prosperity, innovation, and market mechanisms to transform environmental challenges into sustainable solutions. The key is using economic growth to bolster environmental protection, rather than choosing between the two.
In The Capitalist Manifesto, Johan Norberg presents a convincing argument that capitalism, despite its imperfections, has played a pivotal role in enhancing global living standards. This book challenges the prevailing pessimistic view, illustrating how economic liberalization and globalization have lifted millions out of poverty and driven technological advancement. While grappling with issues like political populism and crony capitalism, Norberg emphasizes the indispensable role of innovation and entrepreneurship. This forward-thinking perspective argues not for a return to economic contraction but for embracing smart growth strategies. Through a balanced approach and leveraging capitalist mechanisms, it's posited that we can simultaneously achieve economic prosperity and environmental sustainability. In doing so, Norberg offers not just a defense of capitalism but a hopeful blueprint for a more productive and equitable future.